All right. This episode, module, video, I say, is all about Airbnb differentiators. What makes your property stand out from the rest? You don't have to do too much to make this possible. It just requires a little bit of market research and understanding what people are being drawn to in those areas that you are placing your property and learning how to stand out therein. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to start walking you through what we like to look at and what we see people doing so that we can replicate that process. The wheel is already invented. Don't reinvent what's already there. Just copy and make it your own. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. All right, sharing my screen now. All right, hopefully everybody can see this. The cool part about this is we are from upstate New York, and there's a lot of lakes and a lot of lakefront properties here. And as you can see, Airbnb is starting to market unique attributes and aspects of properties. We have lakes, rooms, amazing views, specifically like in the listing description and category section of your listing, which we're going to show you in a later episode, a later module. This is where you're going to differentiate and categorize your property if you get something of this nature, first and foremost. So lakes, these properties, as you can see, all have a hero shot, which is the first picture that you look at when you come to a listing. And every single one of them has a lake. That's it. That's the differentiator. This is what sets these properties apart. From there, you're going to take that and see what they offer within the amenities on these properties and see if there's anything that stands out that you would go to this property specifically that draws you to it outside of just being a lakefront property. Let's see if this loads. So as you can see, you click on these properties, and we're going to start looking at what is the draw to this property besides the lake. They have a nice outdoor sitting area. A lot of people don't offer that typically. They have the large enough to offer 2 tables. Honestly, that's pretty awesome. 8 chairs, a lot of space, very colorful interior. This is a standard, I'd say it's not a cabin, but it is a remodeled old lakefront cottage. You can tell by the ceiling that they did this back in the day. Very quaint, very cute. Again, nothing to really write home about. So the draw to this property is 100% of the waterfront aspect and the dock. Oh, wow, they got even another deck for other people and a grill. That is the differentiator. We don't like utilizing grills at our properties personally, unless the gas or the propane is connected directly to it from the house itself. That's the only way to do it because propane has been one of the most difficult things to get consistently refilled and utilized for guests over and over again. Cleaning teams don't always go out and refill it for you, and then finding somebody that can regularly do it and or check it is another pain. So just to bear that in mind, not saying don't do it. If you're okay or you can figure out how to make that happen, go for it. You're going to notice a big uptick in guests that come to your property just to use a grill, period. All right, so that is that property. I'm going to go show you through the differences on other listings and what Airbnb is promoting per category. Won't go through them all, but I'll give you some ideas on what to look for and what makes things stand out. As you look at all these properties, you can just see that these people took a time and put dedicated effort into making these properties beautiful. Every one of these properties hired a professional photographer. As I said in the last module, never use your phone. I will fight you, not literally. But if you take anything away from this, look at the imagery. People spend the money and make it happen. They got pops of color. They got high contrast. They got just beautiful layouts and designs. You can see the architecture on this goes with the angle of the photography. Little things like that go a very long way. Let's look at the cabins real quick. I want to see what this is. Ah, look at that. So this is another one in New York. Good opportunity to explain something here. When you have a property that is, I'd say, more of the country aspect to it, such as these cabins as the example, get updated pictures per season. And I mean, you could probably get away with doing just a summer season of edits, photo shoots, and then a winter season as well, or even a late fall specifically. But to me, this is a turn off, I would say, because it's not updated. It still shows winter, a full fresh snowfall, which is absolutely beautiful when it's winter. You eat with your eyes. When it's wintertime and it's cold, the first thing you see here, oh, that looks picturesque and beautiful. I'd love to stay there. This is not giving me the same vibes that this property is giving, which is now summer, sun, heat, being outdoors, lush grass, walking around and just feeling nature. Those make a difference. This also stands out to me more than this property, just based on the high contrast, the colors, just the pop to it. It's just such a draw in comparison. Here's another property that's got fall foliage still in full effect. Again, it's not a deal killer. It's better than this one though. But I highly recommend being aware of your seasonality on the property and marketing yourself over again to keep pushing your algorithm forward. People eat with their eyes. Be aware of what they're looking for. Address the seasons as they come up. Be ahead of the curve. You're going to see a massive difference in your listings when you do so. So I'm going to go over to one of our properties and I'm going to show you some of the differentiators that we like to see and or put on our properties that stands out. Let me go to the menu. Come on, listings. All right, so this is one of our properties here in the Poconos. And I'm going to go over it in the preview section so you get a full view of what it is our guests see when they come to the property and why we set it up this way. So here's the photos right now. You can see that out of the gate. I wanted to choose a property or a photo specifically because this is the first thing everybody saw. As you saw when we went through the overview at the other properties through the specific categories, there was one shot that people got to see. I wanted to show and capture what our property entails. We have 2 decks, we have outdoor seating, we have a fire pit. It shows that it is within the woods and there is privacy to it. So we're trying to capture an emotion of seclusion, but getting away, escaping the day-to-day 9-to-5 work life. Go enjoy nature, cut off from society, shut down, but really turn on at the same time. One of the other things that we have at this property that differentiates us is a hot tub that is immediately put into second position so that when they see this first picture and they scroll right, they're going to see what we offer and say, hey, not only do you get to relax and enjoy nature, you can sit in a hot tub and do it at the same time. So we're painting a picture here. We're marketing, we're feeding their hunger and their desire and appetite for what we can do for them. Hitting on that emotion, connecting to them and relating to them and getting into their head halfway through the conversation is what I like to call it. Third in line, another differentiator is activities such as pool tables, air hockey, ping pong, foosball. Very easy amenity that you can purchase for couple $100. You can go high end if you want to. You don't have to go crazy. I don't recommend getting a junker because people will break that easy and you're just going to spend more money in the process. Get something that's going to be durable enough to last, whatever it is you want to go for. But I recommend if you have the room, do something like that. Again, that's if you're going after families and I'd say young adults, maybe in their 30s. More people are going to want to play these types of games than an older generation of like 50 plus. Be aware of that. So that comes down to guest avatar. Our guest avatar is families, young couples, people trying to get away so that they can enjoy themselves. And we're providing an amenity to also, do something in the process while they're there. Next, I like to show one good interior shot of the listing so that they kind of get an idea if there's bad days or if they don't want to be outside, they still have somewhere they can just gather around, relax, unwind, capture that cozy feeling for them. So when you hire a photographer, as you can see in our photo here, have them either turn on your TV and do a nice background of the countryside or something very nice, like a Google stock image, I would say, that draws people in. But one hack that I learned after we did the photography that I recommend doing is have them put up your list of streaming services, whether it's HBO, Netflix, Hulu, whatever that is, even if it's just one. If your avatar is families, put on Disney Plus. Even if you spend $10 a month just to provide that service for them, if people see that you offer Disney Plus and they have little kids with them, they're subconsciously planting that seed that you can entertain their kids as well. And the parents have an opportunity to cut off and shut off and do more things. Nice little tip and factoid for you there. Next, we go down and show a kitchen amenity. So we have, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots in total are going to be your front profile on the listing when it comes to Airbnb's display of your property. So next we like to show is our kitchen. And as you can see in our kitchen, we opened all the cupboards and all the drawers. It shows what the guests should expect. How many coffee mugs, how many plates, how much silverware is there. There's a microwave, there's a coffee pot, there's an oven. All of this is at their disposal. We even have spices up here for them to see that, yes, we provide these things. It just helps put them at ease. The more you show, the less work they have to do and the less questions they ask you, because you're doing all the work just because you're visually putting it in front of their faces. It's very, very, very handy. We like to do a nice external shot. This is, as you see, the overview of the surrounding area. There's a little shed over here. That's what this building is. So it's a part of the property itself. But we're able to show the guests, hey, this is how secluded it is. It's very quiet. It's reserved. It's nice. Here's the hot tub over here. So they get the layout of the property, a general idea of what they're going to be getting into and what they're looking at overall. And we just continuously feed that for them, just constantly supply them. Next, this is the driveway of our property. So they kind of understand when they pull up what they're going to look at, what they're expecting to see. If they're not a return guest, they have no idea what they're looking for. So if you can provide all of that information to them, the easier and the better it will be. So from there's the driveway from the front end. This is where they're going to park the car. And I'm walking them through what the layout of this is. You're going to show them what it is that they can expect upon arrival and where to go, just ease of access. And these are all differentiators, which is the topic that I'm trying to explain to you here. All this sets you apart, even if it's subtle and it's minor details, but it does go a long way with significant impact. This is the proper way to lay out your listing from start to finish that we learned through experience. I take them from the driveway after all 5 shots at the beginning of the listing. I take them from the driveway all the way through the first floor, the first rooms, the living spaces, to the next floor with all the rooms, kind of what they're going to walk through step by step as they go into the property. Again, here's the deck, and then what they should expect when they're on the deck. Once they come through the front door, this is the first room that they see. This little living space to the left of the door, which also includes the game room with the air hockey table, which doubles as a pool table. It's pretty awesome. Here's another TV for their entertainment. There's the pool table, more shots. There's a bedroom back here, which we're going to get to in a second, but we show every angle we can of the room, 3 to 4 angles, just so they like really understand what's taking place. Off this section right here is the master bedroom, and here's a bathroom right here as well. So here's the master bedroom, which I'm walking them through. More shots of that, professional photography, the lighting's great, just really artsying it up so that they understand that we're not just some mom and pop shop doing something here to just like gain money. We're trying to really create a hospitality business and a brand behind that. Here's that bathroom that I mentioned right off the master bedroom. And within that, show what you offer. We offer towels. We offer makeup towels on top of that. There's 3 right here, but it shows that there's at least 3 towels there. And there should be more within the bathroom itself. We have a laundry. Oh no, same bathroom. Yes. I'm getting ahead of myself. Same bathroom, but we're just showing more of that. So here is from the door looking in, and here's from the shower looking out. So they get the full view, both front and back. More activities for the little kids to do, coloring, crayons and things like that. This bedroom, which was off the air hockey room, as I said earlier, this one right here, again, walking them through it, just showing them step by step what to expect. Here's the bed, and it's actually a bunk bed. So this is looking from this window back, but it shows you the full layout overall. We're going to go upstairs now, which leads right to the kitchen. Earlier, we opened up all the cabinets and the drawers. You don't have to do that for every shot. They already saw that. You don't need to do it again. But we like to highlight the things and the amenities within the property that we have. Again, professional photography goes a long way. It looks clean. It looks professional. It looks really well put together. Here's the dining room off the kitchen. We're showing more space so that people understand the layout of the property. That space connects over to that living room that I mentioned earlier, and just continues to just really open up and put people in the perspective of what they should expect upon arrival. And that's pretty much the sum of it. Here's the outdoor again. And that's how I finish it off. I go to the outside and I show them one last time after, oh, sorry, there's one bedroom. Getting ahead of myself again, walking through it. But this is the final third bedroom here. Here's the other bathroom, more towels. I really got ahead of myself. And then also we have the laundry room, which is within the secondary bathroom upstairs of this property specifically. This washer is actually a combo washer and dryer. We didn't know those existed until we got this property. So if you ever have a very small space, look it up. They exist and they're not bad by any means, actually. They're pretty good. And then as I was getting ahead of myself, one final external shot of the property, kind of just put everything to a head, wrap everything together, just understand what we created for these guests. And this is exactly what they see on a daily basis. So these are all differentiators and the step-by-step process on how to lay your listing out. I'm gonna go over it one more time. Hot tubs are differentiators. Pool tables, ping pong tables, foosball tables, air hockey tables, video games, saunas, pools in and of themselves, grills. There's a list that just goes on and on and on. And when we go through the listing itself, when we walk you through how to set it up, it will show you what Airbnb offers as options for extra differentiator amenities. And I'll explain what they have and I'll just show you what they do and what they offer. You don't have to provide everything under the sun, but look into the areas and see what makes a difference. In the Poconos, hot tubs performed much better than properties without hot tubs. So we wrote that into our underwriting because we knew it would create a greater return on our revenue for doing so. We doubled that up with the air hockey / pool table combination just to provide that extra edge because it could. And it makes all that much more of a difference. Differentiators are ever evolving. I want to plant that seed now. So just because the pool table works today doesn't mean it's going to work next year or the year after that, which is not a bad thing. Utilize what you can now, and then just watch as things change, as the markets evolve, and the avatar of guest also evolves with that. I find most Airbnb operators, short-term rental operators, don't pay attention to that data, and they stick to the same lane that they've gotten into, and they never remove themselves from that. And therefore, they're eventually just going to drive off a cliff because they do not have the willpower or the humility to understand that it's okay to evolve and adapt with the market. You're going to stand out if you continuously do that. So if you have any questions, again, ask us, reach out. We're always here to help in any way we can.